Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you have experienced toxic masculinity at some point. Have you ever wondered where it began? Have you?
In the beginning. In the beginning of becoming, when man was still discovering himself, two sons were born from one womb. Cain, the firstborn, and his brother Abel, the second born. Not merely brothers, but opposing spirits. Abel, soft but not weak, gentle yet grounded. His strength did not fall. It rested, and his voice did not dominate.
Take it easy, Cain. The world is loud, but we do not have to be.
It reached. He obeyed not out of fear, but out of knowing. Cain, 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 the inheritor of expectation, the firstborn. Strength was something that he had, strength was something that he had to prove. And so his hands conquered, his voice roared, and his silence suffocated. Yield! Yes! I beg you! I break you! I own you! Where Abel listened, Cain took. And where Abel felt, Cain fought. For he was taught a man must not break, a man must not bend, a man must never be seen less. And so the two sons brought forth offerings to the Lord. Abel sacrificed the purest and fattest portions from his flock. And while Cain from toil, from sweat, from recognition that required effort. Ladies and gentlemen, only one was received. Why? Why him? Why him?
Brother, this ground does not resist you. It responds to how you touch it.
Touch?
Yes.
You speak as if the wind feeds you.
Not everything must be conquered.
And not everything survives being soft. Out! Out! Out you go! Out! Ah! 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 And there it is. The first cry of a man. The first cry of a man built to be strong. He was not angry at Abel. He was angry at what Abel represented. A man who did not need to dominate, so as to exist.
Listen to me, Cain. You are not losing anything. You do not have to fight everything, especially not yourself.
If I am not strong, then what am I?
You are human.
Human?
Yes.
Human?
Yes.
Human? 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 To Cain, that was the greatest insult of all time, and it came to pass. Not for hunger, not for survival, but for gentleness that was king. And at this biblical moment, strength killed understanding, power silenced peace, and the earth learned blood. Thus, the fracture of a man. The fracture of a man built to break everything, come hell or high water, until he breaks himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is echoes of MACHISM.
Before this correctional facility, I shall unveil my findings.
Mazenga, remember you are the subject to your brother's case study. Yet the confines of this place are not an academic sanctuary.
This is blasphemous! You have altered the biblical teachings to suit your imagination of how life should be.
This is not imagination, it is reality.
If it were reality, you should have died.
I am alive, Dad. It was just an imagination stemming from the Bible.
Malachi, that is a good concept. However, it does not align to the rules of academic rigor.
Why get far-fetched stories from the Bible? Yet there are real issues to address. Famine, poverty. Why waste your time on your brother's mistakes?
This is not just about Bazenga. His case is a symptom of a larger problem. The baby-raised boys, teaching them to suppress their emotions, creates a cycle that leads to real harm.
As I take a deep breath in this cell, the weight of expectations feel heavier. Look around. What do you see?
I was a girl in a village doing alright when I became a princess overnight.
Girls?
Yes, Daddy.
How did I raise you to be?
To be honest, respectful, and kind to others.
Good. I ask again.
What do you see?
Boys! How do we resolve conflict?
These are men driven to expectations, wearing their scars like medals of honor. The streets pulse a dangerous rhythm, a rampage of bravado and aggression. It is a performance, a facade we all wear, desperate to fit into a mold. When did we decide that the only way to earn respect is through dominance?
When did kindness become a liability?
Society whispers in men's ears.
Emotions are for the weak.
Anger, however, is power. And so we rage. We fight for power.
Yes.
For territory. For a fleeting sense of control in a world that feels endlessly chaotic.
Professor, my thesis examines how these boys' upbringing contributes to toxic masculinity and the rising violence among men in the society.
And you think you're going to solve this with a thesis? You insisted on doing fashion and design. Stick to fabric and thread.
Dad, you see this thread? It is not just a strand of fiber. It is a lifeline. Delicate yet powerful tool.
All right, Malachi. Let us hear about the solutions that you propose.
All this began the day I was crowned the most influential youth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most stupendous day in history. This is MIA, the most influential youth awards. Now, after a rigorous process of trying to identify an award or recognition platforms, we have looked for institutions that recognize influential youth in our society.
We also let all candidates read the nomination guidelines to understand eligibility and selection criteria.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome our chief guest, the Chief Administrative Secretary, to give out this award.
It is a great honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the talent, resilience, and creativity of our youth and to present the title of Most Influential Youth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the most influential youth goes to
Malachi!
Stop this madness right now!
Bishop Melchizedek, please. This is a ceremony of celebration.
Celebration!
Yes.
Celebration of what? Deception! Corruption of morals! This is a shame!
Excuse me, Bishop Melchizedek.
But from a young age, your son here has challenged the norms and expectations placed on him by the society. Bishop,
This is influence.
Influence!
Yes.
You dare stand here and give my son, an award for transgressing, for defying the very order that God intended.
My husband, please. This is not the time. Let him have his moment. Besides, influence is influence, and our son has touched lives. He has used his identity to inspire others to accept themselves, and that matters in today's world.
Zipporah, are you serious?
Yes.
So you've been poisoned by this nonsense? Young people, technology may have leveled society, but values still matter. Master of ceremony. What about leadership? Community impact, faith and morals. Those are the pillars of true influence.
Malachi, I told you this was not a good idea.
Nay, as the girlfriend, this is the time to stand by him, not to castigate him.
Revoke that award. Give it to someone who deserves it. Give it to someone who has made a positive difference based on values that stand the test of time. This cross-dressing, it goes against every teaching of the church. How is dressing as a woman influencing others?
Malachi has got vital conversation about inclusion, acceptance, and the right to self-expression. He's breaking down prejudice and then inspiring thousands to be comfortable in those things.
Do not contradict me, Zipporah. What kind of inspiration does a cross-dresser give?
He has become a role model for anyone who has ever felt marginalized or constrained by society.
And that is enough to make him the most influential youth.
Of course.
Exactly, Bishop. Malachi's impact is significant and measurable. Do you know, your son here, he has led numerous awareness campaigns on gender diversity and mental health, reaching over 50,000 people across the country.
Bishop Melchizedek, do not listen to all this nonsense. Not all popular opinion is often wrong.
Mr. Andrew.
Andrew!
Oh my God, Mr. Andrew.
Oh,
Let me
God.
tell you something. Malachi has done an incredible job in advocacy and reaching out to the youths who are marginalized.
Advocacy!
Yes.
For undermining our values! No! This community deserves better. We should recognize those truly influential caregivers who sacrifice their lives for family. Sanitation workers, maintaining public health despite perilous conditions. Domestic workers, often undervalued in our homes. Educators, shaping futures despite scarce resources. And human rights activists, fighting for justice at great personal risks. These unsung heroes make our society function, yet their contributions are often overlooked. Ladies and gentlemen, how is honoring a cross-dresser, a mere spectacle, influence others? This award should be given to somebody who exemplifies true leadership, like Tracy over there, who educates and inspires. Now that is influence.
After reconsideration, we the jury have decided to award Tracy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Thank you so much. I do not know what to say.
How can you have something to say when a cross-dresser had been picked instead of you? Hey, just say something. You can cry because you're a girl, unlike some people we do.
I am grateful for this recognition, and I hope to continue to inspire those who seek knowledge and growth, like you, and even me.
You see? Has she mentioned you? No, because you are a weak man. As the unofficial MC of this event, I declare it over. Get out. Leave! Nelly, what were you thinking? Malachi, what were you thinking?
Dad, please.
We are not blind, Nelly, we saw it. We saw him.
Malachi, standing in front of the whole community dressed like some confused soul.
Malachi is not confused. He's just expressing himself.
Father, why did you stop me from expressing myself?
Expressing what exactly?
By stopping you from expressing yourself, I saved you from yourself. Imagine how Dailies would read. Bishop Melchizedek's son reached the most influential youth just because he appears as a woman. What form of career is that?
Cross-dressing in itself is not typically just considered a career, but a valuable aspect of several careers, particularly in the entertainment and fashion industry.
Why do you want to be famous for being the opposite gender? A woman!
Malachi is more of a man than most of the people out there. He is brave. He does not care what people think.
Does not care. Nelly, are you even listening to yourself?
Because Malachi just made a mockery out of you.
He made a mockery out of the whole event and you stand there defending him like a blind what is obvious.
I love him.
I do not care what people think.
I do not care how he dresses or how the rest of the world sees him. He is strong. He is brave.
He is strong. He is brave.
Nelly, that is not strength.
Because a man does not hide behind makeup and women's clothing.
Stop hiding behind makeup and women's clothing.
I cross-dress for artistic, social, or emotional reasons. It is easy to work directly with individuals to help them shape their bodies by developing exercise routines, encouraging healthy lifestyles, and providing dietary advice.
My question is simple. Why do you have to do that? Cross-dress!
You have a narrow idea of cross-dressers, and that is the problem.
A man does not have to fit your narrow idea of how he should be.
Nelly, is this the life that you want? Huh? Is this the life that you want, Nelly? To be the girl who stands next to the man everyone mocks, and you think that, oh, baby, will protect you from what the world has to throw at you because of him?
I do not care what people think.
I do not care what people think.
While you do not care what people think, I, Bishop Melchizedek, care.
As if I care.
The only person I care about is Malachi.
The only person I care about is Nelly.
You careless person! Oh, I am warning
This
you!
happiness will not last.
This is the last time you're going to have this discussion. As you go back to your hostel,
As long as I continue to harbor you under my roof,
forget that award.
you will not be with him.
Forget all the dresses in your closet and forget ever entertaining this cross-dressing nonsense, thinking that it is good.
It is for your own good, Nelly, so end this affair or pack your bags. Now leave. I said out! Brothers, today we part witness out of our life. Because out here, society is trying to mold men into soft beverages.
First rule, a real man does not need pets.
But sir, I have a right to
Silence! If you must own a dog, then let it either be a Rottweiler, Siberian Husky, Belgian Malinois, or on the very least, a pregnant German Shepherd. Brothers, if your dog fits inside an Horubag, then you are the Horubag.
Second rule, a real man, what I'm drinking, Fanta.
Fanta! Brother, are you celebrating about a real man must not take soft drinks alone.
Must be mixed with something that can start a generator, like spirits
Whiskey, rum.
and gin.
Can I go and take a shower?
Shower? Brother, I thought you showered 3 weeks ago.
I shower twice a day.
Twice a day! A real man interacts with water when and only when their skin has had enough negotiations with the dust. Or when you are outside and it unfortunately starts raining.
That deodorant. Yes, that's my deodorant. Sweet seduction and it's blended with passion.
Now why should a real man use deodorant smelling like Du Bois?
Du Bois.
Du Bois!
Is that passion? We are passionate about making you real man.
Is that pasta?
Yes, I enjoy cooking pasta.
Pasta! Next you will tell us, I enjoy garnishing it with parsley.
A real man should only cook 2 things.
Nyama choma and uji.
Wood is strong enough to awaken ancestors.
Where are you trying to go?
To clean my house.
Do you have guests? A real man cleans only when the visitors are already at the gate. Why are you trying to undress?
I'm going to do my laundry.
Laundry? Yes. And do you separate laundry colors?
Listen carefully. Real man wash clothes in one philosophical pipe and accept whatever color destiny chooses.
Should I
Not iron them. Wrinkles build character.
And what is in this bag? Are these skincare products?
I do face wash.
Unafanya facial.
Brother, rainwater exists.
Buddies.
Buddies? What? How dare you call men of the Saturday Masculinity Club buddies? Change that.
Guys,
Oh! Change that.
Bogey,
Bet.
this session has been informative. Let us take a selfie.
Selfies! Selfies are for buddies, like Patricia. In fact, Patricia, cut that hair.
Romantic movies?
But sir, Titanic was
Silence! There was real men. The only ship we are allowed to talk about is battleship.
Going shopping and enjoying it?
A real man enters the shop like a soldier. In and out. And finally, if we find you washing dishes, or taking things for the longest time possible while talking about the neighborhood brothers. That is the fastest way of becoming chairman to the estate aunties association.
So what are we supposed to do? Simple.
Be loud. Be mysterious.
Most importantly,
never let anyone find you arranging cushions in the living room.
boldly.
Wow!
Boldly.
Wow!
Boldly.
Wow!
Man, ask a man. What is the first command to being a man?
You shall not express vulnerability or a wide range of emotions.
Violence suppress your emotions, man.
You are a thief.
Have a whip. Puny man lambistic thing. Commandment number 2.
You are constrained from engaging or aspiring to do any feminine activity.
You see?
Advised to be nurses, babysitting,
Owning pets.
washing utensils.
Or dressing in anything purple or pink. Where are the whip? Puny man lambistic thing. Commandment number 3.
As men, we should be dominant.
Yes.
Aggressive.
And suppressive. Every perceived weakness is on. If you are a man,
You must be a man.
Friend,
No others.
son.
As men, we cannot wait.
If I find you with an umbrella, you shall be excommunicated from the Saturday Masculinity Club. And we shall start. Tunataka nini?
Challenge!
Tunataka nini?
Challenge!
As a man, you must eat the gym. And be dominant. You need to depict the physical appearance, the strength, and the sexual prowess of a man. Not a cat. What are you doing?
I am expressing what a man should not do. A man should not cry.
Yes.
A man should be tough.
Yes.
And a man should not speak soprano like him.
I check. Vetted by Agus Online Academy.
The Poison Ambassador.
Men,
Speak to us, Master.
I am here to induct you into the Saturday Masculinity Club. You may now take your oath of being real men.
I am a man. Of course, I sleep on the floor. I am a man. Of course, I do not use deodorant. I am a man.
Of course, I do not take lunch.
I am a man. Of course, I do not use tissue. Yes. I use cactus.
I am a man. Of course, I cannot be light-skinned. Never.
I am Malachi.
Speak.
Malachi.
Stop! For failing to live up to this training, you are now expelled from this den of men. Out you go! Out! Kama uko weak.
He coming down my bed. He coming down my bed. He coming down my bed.
May I want to declare, excuse me, we cannot do this anymore.
What have I done?
I am breaking up with you, Malachi. I need a man in my life, not a girl.
But I am not a girl, Nelly.
Everyone claims that I am dating a girl.
That is not true. And what are all your friends doing here?
Just like any other celebrity couple, I want all of them to witness our separation.
Nelly is dating herself.
Listen to them. Just listen to them.
Nelly,
Yes, girl.
during the holidays, your guy Malachi was spotted cleaning utensils.
Imagine! Ew! You are engaging in household
children.
And what is wrong with that?
Those are feminine responsibilities.
Vitu za madai!
I cannot tolerate those.
Come on, Nelly. Kwani kuosha vyombo ni kitu ya kuachia mtu?
Na nikuulize, mbona hauna issues with your guy?
Mbona?
Worst of all, I am tired of the peace in this relationship. Why don't we have a fight?
Why? Talk about what, Nelly?
As a woman, I need to be cheated on so that I can feel that I have a real man.
Exactly!
Not a boy.
Listen, Nelly. A man does not need to be tough or rough to prove his masculinity. Those are outdated cultural norms.
Why are you this snake?
It is my upbringing. I thought you'd like me this way.
He is not a real man. You are not a real man. A real man must have some dirt.
Socks, hope in his underwear.
Asikize ngoma za toxic na buru. Girls,
Backbencher, Nadia Eskas, Chule Age.
Are you for real?
you cannot be this flawless. At least have some confusion around it.
Tell him.
You criticizing me for being clean is emasculating. This is toxic masculinity. And it is so unfair, Nelly. It is so unfair.
Woi, Nakanalia, Kababa, Abujubuju.
Oh, Malachi. Girls, breathe in, breathe out.
Sasa, sema bila kulia.
Who is the man in this relationship?
Who? You. Sorry, me.
Na hata jielewi.
Malachi, because of those tears, it is over.
OVER, period.
Malachi, what is that nonsense you sent me?
An approval for my university transfer, and I am here to discuss.
Under whose authority did you proceed with the university transfer?
Must you two always fight?
I have always tried to take this recurrent conflict
Unsuccessfully.
But, ma'am, I made my decision and changed my course to a degree in fashion design.
Malachi, is this what you've chosen after all the sacrifices we have made? After everything I have done to raise a man, and not to be this. That is why I adopted the masculine son, Bazenga.
Dad, this is not nonsense.
If I may ask, between you and your sister, who is more feminine?
Dad! This is what I'm passionate about. Dad, I want to engineer eco-wear. Be a doctor of vintage wear. A judge of street fashion. And an architect of Afrofusion. Mom, such kind of beauty is what I want to create.
Create!
Yes.
A man does not create clothes, Malachi. A man builds. A man shapes the world with his hands, with his strength, with his God-given purpose. This is not what I raised you to do. You will take a proper course. You will enroll back to medicine,
Fixing bodies.
one injection at a time. Engineering,
Imagination and innovation, building and planning.
law,
Sovereign power belongs to the people and shall be exercised accordingly.
anything but that mockery.
Dad, things are different now.
Careers are not defined by gender anymore, Jamali. Plus, Malachi has a gift and he should be allowed to follow.
Mother, with all due respect, you're pampering this girl.
Boy!
Too much! And I agree. That is why he's chasing after soft things.
Soft things,
Yes! And you will thank me later when you become someone respectable. Somebody who can stand tall among men.
I thought standing tall meant being true to yourself. I guess that is why it's too much for you to understand.
Please, Malachi, don't.
This is over.
Daddy! This is his previous admission letter. As it reads, he was admitted to study medicine and surgery with a
Malachi, you will go back to the university and hand them this. You will explain to them that you were misled to change your course, and you will enroll back to medicine, engineering, or at the very least, animal husbandry. Now that is final.
You just...
I saved you from yourself. If you could not ace a simple task like bringing your girlfriend home, what more can you do?
But she exists.
Really?
Yes. Every mention of her name takes me miles away. The blissful moments of when we met during the praise and worship experience.
So she attends my church?
Yes.
If it is who I am thinking about, she's the leader of the praise and worship in your church.
Excuse me, I am here for the morning devotion.
And it was during one of my morning glory sessions.
Excuse me, lady, before I faint in righteousness.
He is so weak that he almost fainted at her sight. Exactly. A man who cannot stand in beauty cannot stand in responsibility.
Now, sometimes it is not weakness, it is impact.
Introduction.
My name is Malachi, the humble son to Bishop Melchizedek.
He used my name to get authority. Borrowed authority is not strength.
At least he knows where to borrow. Some do not even qualify for credit.
A part-time choir member and a full-time admirer of God's finest creation.
Introduction.
My name, I have said, I am Malachi.
Sorry, query.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I mean, I have hundreds of boyfriends.
Hundreds?
Yes.
Even Solomon is taking notes.
You see, women choose strength, not confusion.
Or maybe they choose options. Let the boy try it.
He used my sermon.
I mean, most of them are friends, boys.
No, Nelly. I meant boyfriend, like boyfriend. The exclusive package.
No, I don't want a boyfriend.
Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. It is not good for a man to be alone. And honestly, it is not good for this man to be alone. Especially after seeing you.
But I don't love you, Malachi. I love Bazenga.
You hear that?
He's a real man.
A real man.
Real, but even real must prove itself daily.
A narcissist?
A provider.
Exactly what I have been teaching him.
He gives me security.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 26. Just take a look at the birds of the air. They do not have sponsors, yet God still provides.
What if I say yes?
Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother.
So he wants to leave my house. First become a man, then leave. He cannot leave. As a matter of principle, she dumped that weak man and chose me, Bazenga. You hear that? She dumped you because you are a weak man. I am ashamed. My blood runs in your veins.
I am ensnared by the very chains I once sought to break. I failed to escape the ideals I aimed to defy. Strength, I believed, lay in resilience, not in conforming to restrictive masculine norms. Yet, I faced rejection from those that I cherished. Namely, my own father, even the peers who should have supported me.
Brothers, tonight we gather for a historic moment. A moment of courage and strength. A moment where real men all over the world finally say enough to silence weakness and softness. Enough! Enough! Enough!
These are the reason my girlfriend said you should communicate better.
Exactly. Because society is trying to infest and infect real men with softness and empathy. Brothers, today we bury all these dangerous things once and for all. Yes. Let the ceremonial deposit begin. First item, tissue. Tools used by men who cried. Disgusting! Second item, healthy communication for men. Bury it! No. Instead, bury it deep where no man will ever learn about conflict resolution. Therefore, brothers, any form of conflict resolution into the grave. Next item, peaceful discussion. Real men must hit the table and explain loudly why they were correct. Therefore, any form of puny discussions trying to explain yourself into the grave. Next item, a man using filters. A real man does not use filters and post them online thinking it makes him look handsome, because that is a sign of weakness. Therefore, using filters and posting your videos online into the grave. Next item, being too neat and organizing your wardrobe, or using soft cotton wool pillows.
Suspicious!
Yes, because a real man must not use soft cotton wool pillows.
Yes.
Instead, he must teleport himself into a hardware,
Yes.
pick the next bag of cement,
Yes.
and refuse to pay.
Yes.
Refuse to what?
To pay!
Yes. He then teleports himself back into his room and uses the bag of cement as pillow. Therefore, towels, socks, handkerchiefs, and pink boxers
Into the grave!
a man in praise and worship. How can a man be in? Brothers, tonight we have buried any sign of weakness.
Yes.
Hey, ta! Hey, ta! And that is our oath.
Question,
Proceed.
Master. If we bury empathy, how do we care about people?
You simply do not care.
And if we bury communication, how do we solve problems?
Simple. Through yelling.
And if we bury apologies, how do we fix mistakes?
Brother, you simply blame it on someone else. And for that silly question, you might just find yourself
Into the grave!
And if we bury reasoning without violence, how do we settle disagreement?
Anger fixes all that.
Is it anger and emotion? I asked a question. Is it anger and emotion? Basenga, that emotion which you embodied is what made me knock for you. Your so-called girlfriend, Nelly, found a safe space with me. And as we speak, she is currently expecting my child. A weak man's child.
Hey, Malachi. Him. The man who you said was weak. And now you are pregnant with his child and not mine. Eh?
Basenga,
Ah!
it is complicated.
Complicated.
I never meant for any of this.
Complicated, Nelly. After everything, Nelly. That weak man who cannot even lift his own shadow gets to be the father of your child and not me. Eh?
Basenga, you're scaring me.
You should be scared, Nelly. Was it not you in that meeting who cheered that meeting against weak men? Was it not you?
It was me. It was me.
I can clearly remember that day when you addressed the gathering.
Welcome. Ladies, welcome to the Gen Z Women Empowerment Forum. And as always, our chair lady, Nelly.
And 2026 corporate values.
Yes.
What are the codes of ethics that we should uphold in dating an ideal partner?
Well,
Yes.
I, princess,
Yes.
cannot date a man who does not have muscles and beard. Like, Bonokai emoji.
Bona.
Imagine dating a man who fails to take initiative in important situations.
Ew. Yuck.
I, Shamin,
Finish them.
cannot date a man who openly express their emotions, especially those considered feminine, like sadness, fear, and vulnerability. Who is the man in this relationship?
Emotions are kidnapped.
Breakfast in Dubai.
Some iced tea and wasan. Lunch Indian.
Nasi chapati dondo kwa kibandaski.
Who does that?
Yeah. And dinner in Maldives.
Clock it!
Well, I cannot date a man who avoids confrontation.
Wanaume ni war.
Babu destroyer, weka mawe, challenge, leta challenge.
Nelly,
Yes, Lord.
as a caucus of your friends,
2026 corporate parties.
we are here to inform you.
Yes.
Stop that thing.
Malachi?
Malachi,
It was in that meeting that you chaired that you publicly denounced that weak man and chose me, Bazenga, a strong man. What? You made me do this. You made me do this.
Nurse, where is she? Where's my daughter? Please, lower your voice. Your daughter is inside the ward. Oh, Nelly. Nelly, my daughter. Oh, God.
Mr. Andrew.
Mr. Andrew. Andrew.
My apologies,
Oh,
sir.
no.
Mr. Andrew, Miss Veronica,
Yes?
I am Dr. Smith, the attending physician, and I'm going to explain her condition. The patient presents with multiple bilateral fractures. The fractures indicate repetitive high-impact trauma. There is also extensive dermal and subdermal tissue damages caused by a corrosive chemical agent. Most likely, it was an acid. However, Mrs. Veronica, we were able to initiate immediate decontamination protocols followed by burn stabilization procedures. We are also consulting for plastic and reconstructive surgery.
Doctor, will she be able to walk again?
Well, that, Mr. Andrew, will depend on surgical intervention and rehabilitation. But at present, her mobility is uncertain.
Her face.
The burns were deep, Miss Veronica. Scarring is inevitable.
Doctor, who did this?
Miss Veronica,
Yes?
Lily was able to regain brief consciousness during admission, and she was able to identify the assailant as Bazenga.
Bazenga?
Yes.
Bazenga?
Veronica,
No! You're Bazenga. Your disciple. Your loud little soldier marching behind your words.
Veronica, I never
You
told
did not have to. This is what your teachings do. This broken body, this silence, this is your ideology breathing.
Veronica, they never meant
You meant to shape men, didn't you? To harden them, to strip off softness. Well, look, you listen.
Please, Mama Nelly. Your daughter needs a calm environment.
Calm! Oh my God! You speak of calm! Calm died before we got here. My baby! My baby! No! This does not end here. He will not walk free while she lies here trying to breathe. Listen carefully, Andrew. I will take him to court. I will sue him for every fracture, every burn, every scream she never got to finish. He will answer for this. This court is now in session.
Bazenga? Do you have something to say?
Yes, my lady. From a tender age, I was indoctrinated with this decree.
A man must not feel.
A man must never complain. I swallowed every agony until it calcified within me. I was schooled in the art of suppressing pain, of suppressing agony. And so I did, but at what cost? I wish I could tell you I stopped. I wish I could tell you that I remembered love. I wish I could tell you that at that moment I saw her as human. But at that moment she was not her. She was a battlefield. And I, as a man, had been trained for war.
Please!
I wish I could cut her into tiny fragments, tiny pieces, until I could hold every piece of her bone. I wish I could burn her alive until I saw her ashes. I wish I could tear her apart, piece by piece. And after I pushed her, after I felt like I was losing, and realized what I had done. I felt ashamed.
Bazenga, you have pleaded guilty to the offense of causing grievous harm, contrary to section 234 of the Penal Code. This court takes that offense very seriously, particularly because the victim was pregnant. Violence against a pregnant woman threatens both the mother and the child. The law imposes a penalty of life imprisonment, one that is not only appropriate but also necessary. Therefore, this court sentences you, Bazenga, to life imprisonment. Let it be clearly understood that a man's greatness is not in his power over others, but in his care for them. And that this court will not keep silent over acts of brutality. That is the judgment of this court. Court adjourned.
Malachi, this is a good concept. However, it does not align to the rules of academic rigor. This was supposed to be a group assignment, not a one-man show.
Professor, it is a group project. I collaborated with these ladies and gentlemen to help me in this project.
How come we do not hear their voice?
Professor, this is our collective voice.
Professor, look at advertisements.
Sweet passion deodorant,
Mimi lip balm and spice hall.
and strawberry modulation.
Are advertised by fine ladies. Men, on the other hand, keep oil out of Africa. Makali, Eden, and Elizabeth soon. Even Nivea for men is advertised by women. Men are relegated to Kiba, Yahangamiza men.
Professor, but who will hear this cry? Who will understand these men? I had to dress like this and use it as a factual case study so as to get your attention. Father, have you ever asked yourself why most men are cross-dressing? It is because they will attract more attention, doing exactly what they would have done if they did as men. The stoicism is too much. And now as a man, I believe you should now understand my thesis.
Professor, look at workplaces.
Professor, look at men. And when the rib cracker himself took a blow from Maho, but left his parental guidance disoriented, they said he signed up for this. Professor, and when these men of valor, fighting for their children, when they were working and fell from a scaffolding in a landmine, they said they were not careful enough. Why is the house unkempt?
tell you to clean this house.
Professor, but in the case of a woman, if this had happened to a woman, there would have been an outrage.
This is negligence.
We must ask questions. Why would they do this to a woman?
How dare you treat a maiden like that? There must be consequences to those words.
Yes! Professor, but in the case of a man,
Young man, you are simply at the wrong place at the wrong time.
you failed at work.
Women were built for this.
Professor, such statements
Dear man,
You are built to be a man. We were built for this.
are said. This is often viewed as a gender-specific issue rather than an occupational hazard as addressed by these women.
Professor, observe our police.
I left my home.
I left my home
To join the army.
to join the army.
Men clothed in uniforms, armed with guns, batons, and clenched fists.
When we see those protesters, we shall catch the draft.
They are soon to serve and protect.
We shall burn the supplies.
But whom are they serving? What exactly are they protecting? Their ego? Their pride?
Action!
When they crush their protesters underneath their boots? When they fire bullets at the back of our sons?
Let them feel the fury of the Alpha officers.
Cappuccino assassino.
When they assassinate our sons and daughters? Professor, what is their true motivation? Justice? Or is it simply to prove their masculinity? To sustain this ideal of what strength should be?
Professor, but the bitter irony lies here.
A man must not feel.
A man must not be weak.
A man must not cry. A man must not be seen as less.
Professor, we instruct boys to feel nothing, then admonish male officers for lacking emotional intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever asked yourself why male officers are more prone to arraignment due to extrajudicial killings? Or have you? Why not female officers? Like her?
Mr. Therapist, calm down. It is okay for a man to cry. What is it?
I'm in need of psychosocial support.
What is the problem?
My girlfriend here dumped me.
What happened?
I cheated. We all desire men to open their hearts,
It is okay for a man to be gentle.
to be kind.
A man can be vulnerable.
Nuru, it is over. I need a serious man, like Okanga, who can take care of this.
Professor! Yet, this is all they've been taught to be.
A man must not cry.
To build walls and encase their hearts in iron until that which is inside turns toxic.
Professor, according to these statistics, we are all prisoners of this unending cycle, and it is tearing us apart. It is disfiguring us. This violence we witness in the streets, this violence we endure in our homes is all interconnected. It's all a symptom of the same malady, how we bring up boys.
But Professor, what if we implement what these cases recommend?
And the recommendations are...
We dare to change it. We raise our boys differently.
Jana,
You have a bright future behind you. But you need to understand that this protest is illegal. Leave these premises immediately.
We teach them that strength is not defined by the hardness of one's fist, but by the softness of one's heart. Professor, these cases recommend that courage is found in feeling, in listening,
I feel like a new being after listening to this session, Mr. Therapist.
and in understanding.
Mr. Officer, we understand that it is illegal to be here, and we really respect your job. Therefore, please allow us to leave.
Professor, and that was our collaborative presentation. I rest my case.
Malachi, let me be the first to say that what you have done here today is remarkable. We often ask men to carry burdens without question, without concern, and we rarely stop to consider the toll it takes. But you and your team collectively have painted a full and necessary picture. Keep challenging us.
I did not know. We were raised by echoes. Echoes of grandfathers who never said, I love you, my grandfather. They only coughed loudly and paid our school fees like it was affection.
I have already paid your school fees. All I expect from you is a straight and clean A.
Yes, Kuka.
Good girl.
My child, I did not know. No one told me that a heart is not a gem bandage. You do not use it to deal pain until anger is produced. So I taught you my confusion with confidence. Beat your chest. Do not talk too much. And follow the 3 P's. Provide, protect, and the other one. We feared soft men because we were never allowed to be soft ourselves. Imagine a whole generation of men, emotionally constipated. No wonder we are always angry. Nothing is coming out. But listen, my son. If strength is silence, why did we go so loud in anger? If toughness is hardness, why did we break so easily inside? Maybe, just maybe, we were wrong. And that is possibly why you are behind these bars. So my son and my children, talk if you can. Cry if you must. Men, fathers, grandfathers, hug your children properly. And not those items that look like we're smuggling emotions. Malachi, this award belongs to you. But not because you have anything to prove to me anymore, but because you are enough, just as you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today not merely to celebrate success, but to confront the shadows of our past misjudgments. This ceremony, while honoring greatness, also serves as a beacon of rectification, a step towards healing the misconceptions that once clouded our understanding. We are delighted today to have the Chief Administrative Secretary with us, entrusted with presenting the most influential youth award to Malachi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Malachi's journey has been one of resilience, often misunderstood by many, including his own father. But Malachi has faced all of this head on. Ladies and gentlemen, let us appreciate it.
I offer you my sincerest apologies. My ignorance, my unwillingness to see past societal labels cost you undue suffering. I now realize the courage you have in embracing who you truly are teaches us far more about masculinity than we ever knew.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you so much to everyone here. This award is more than recognition. It is a symbol of the possible change. I pledge to use my influence to dismantle the toxic masculinity that has entrapped so many. True man is not defined by aggression or dominance, but by kindness, empathy, and authenticity.
Malachi, I too must apologize. Through my platform, I propagated a narrative of manhood that harmed not only you, but countless others, including my own daughter. It has taken me time to realize that these ideals, this glorification of aggression and stoicism have caused irreparable damage. And now commit to using my digital spaces and influence for change and for bold storytelling to promote a more compassionate and nuanced version of masculinity.
Malachi, my words, my actions, they stemmed from ignorance. I am truly apologetic.
It is okay, Nelly.
Dad,
Dad?
you are forgetting something.
What?
Wait, you mean?
Dad, I can explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
A Kenyatta University production.